Now, the fifth one here, this is sort of this big shock. So if you're going to like chain yourself to a billboard and say, I'm not coming down until, or if you had a billboard that showed how many senior citizens are being neglected. See a big old billboard that said 22,000 senior citizens are being neglected. And there's like the billboard showed the face of an older person who looked like they were feeling alone and just cast off by society. They feel totally neglected. And you put the question, why won't you come visit? Question. So if the headline was, your mom says, why won't you come visit or something? Or why won't you come visit? And then you attribute the quote to mom. Why won't you come visit? Mom. And then it shows you how many people are neglected. There'd be a lot of people that would comment on it, and the news would be more likely to cover it if it was that kind of thing. Oral Roberts, the guy who started Oral Roberts University, he famously locked himself into the prayer tower until he said, God, he said, I'm going to lock myself in the prayer tower until God gives me the money or something like this. Like it or not, it causes attention. So if you look up in Google here, type in Las Vegas hanging man billboard. So here we go. This guy got in all sorts of national news. This is not local, this is national. Look at this. What he did is he had mannequins that he hung from billboards, and it looked like there was people who had killed themselves hanging from these billboards. And he got national attention with it. So anytime you can, this is really how you go about and do it. Okay, and the final, this one last move here for you. This is charity. Now, my whole thing for Thrive is when people go to the military, they're risking everything to protect the country. And if we didn't have a free country, you couldn't have a business. So for me, I'm like, at the core of, just like the consumers up here on the thing, I believe that freedom is what ultimately makes entrepreneurship possible. It's like the big thing. And I don't think we talk about it enough as a country. I think a lot of times people, they take the ball cap off during a game. They don't sit there and think about, like, what does this mean? What is this national anthem all about? What are these guys sacrificed? And so for Thrive, one big thing we do is anytime someone signs up to the site, we always give free access to military. That's just something we wanted to do from day one because it's something we're really into. Well, even though there are so many things that the media could talk about, one of the only things that they'll talk about is the support of the military. Because it's like, who in their right mind, who's a good American? What news story, what news service wouldn't want to show their support for the military? So with Thrive, whether I like it or not, they're probably going to do stuff that's military focused. Or anytime we do a give back or something, or they'll do stories about David Robinson or the military, right? But they won't do stories about, hey, there's thousands of people online learning. They wouldn't do that because it's not like, very few people would tune in to the TV to watch it. So what you've got to do is you have to ask yourself, again, devil's advocate, pessimist, negative, would I actually watch the news to turn in and watch that story? And if the answer is no, then the media won't do it either. So what you got to do is step one is you have to keep this very aware. Keep very aware of these rules. And anytime you try to come up with a PR angle, you've got to make sure that you're choosing from one of those 6.